Okay, so I have been getting some questions from people inside the comment section between my Instagram and here on YouTube and on my Facebook. So I decided I want to put together something called Ask Questions Friday, where I'm going to answer between three, four, or five questions that I might have from you inside the audience. So, with that said, I'm just going to dive right into it. What is the best diet for burning fat without doing keto? Well, for me, I like to do intermittent fasting. One of the reasons that I prefer intermittent fasting over a ketogenic diet because a ketogenic diet excludes food groups. And intermittent fasting is not a food exclusion type of way of eating. It's more of a time restricted eating so that instead of me cutting out a bunch of foods that I like, I can just eat those foods in a short amount of time and then giving my body enough time to rest and digest that food so that it can actually get back into a fat burning state. One of the things I want to say about intermittent fasting, because there's different ways to do it, and I'm going to actually put a video up soon, so make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel so that you can get notified when I put up my video on the complete guide to intermittent fasting. Is there are so many benefits to intermittent fasting that not directly tied to weight loss, but the benefits can contribute to your weight loss, like your insulin resistance. A lot of people don't understand that once you start to become overweight, that your body is starting to put out more insulin than it needs to use. And as long as you have high levels of insulin inside your body, it's going to be very difficult to activate your fat burning systems. This is where intermittent fasting comes in. Intermittent fasting allows you to have a prolonged period of time without eating so that your insulin levels can drop down inside your body and then activate your fat burning system. So for me, this is way better than a ketogenic diet. And if you intermittent fast enough or fast long enough, you can get into a ketogenic state without cutting out whole food groups. So that's the short answer on that. I'm actually going to do a whole video. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so that you can understand the benefits of fasting and why I believe like this. Every black man or woman that's suffering with overweightness, or if you got fat that you're trying to get rid of in those hard to lose places, you should start implementing intermittent fasting. So that's the short answer on that one. The next one is okay, I am 35, recently divorced, and I want to get my life back on track. What should I do? Well, this is what I would recommend to anyone that's not even if your life is on track and you want to take it to another level, you want to invest in personal development because to me, personal development is the key. Personal growth and development allows you to be able to develop the skill sets necessary to transform who you currently are into who you desire to be. So, anyone looking to kind of get on track, get their life back, start investing in personal development. And this is not just about reading books. It's you can watch podcasts, you can watch the different personal development playlists that we have here on a Black Men's Health. Start getting around other people who are success minded. You know, you want to change your whole environment. If you want to change your circumstances, you have to change your environment. And it's not just removing yourself from one person or a set of people, it's removing yourself from certain ways of thinking, from certain information that we allow to come in through here, or even through here. But that's going to be the key to your transformation. Start to figure out who you are now, right? And who you want to be, and then start following the processes that's going to align to the outcomes that you desire. So that's the short answer on that. The better answer is follow some of our personal development playlists that we have here. One of the ones that we have is how to become a massive success. That'll really start to get you on the right track. But yeah, uh, getting your life back, man, 35. You probably don't believe this at right now, but man, you're just getting started. And if there's a woman listening to this as well, you're just getting started. And don't look at this as you're starting over because there's no such thing as starting over. You're going to take all the experiences that you learned and start to move forward. There's no bouncing back, there's only bouncing forward. So that's what you want to do. You want to invest in that personal development. All right, moving right along. So, number 3, I am out of shape and I want to lose weight. Where do I start and what diet and workout regimen should I follow? First, before we even get started, the best diet and the best workout regimen for someone to follow to get the results that they're looking for is the one that you can stick to. So what I do here is I can make recommendations for you, but you have to try them, and you have to try them and then modify them in a way that they work for you. But eating wise, I'm going to go back to one thing that I've newly discovered that's really been amazing for me, and that's, of course, intermittent fasting. Now, one thing about intermittent fasting is it's very difficult if we are still on a high carbohydrate, high processed, high sugary food diet, because you're going to think that you're hungry 2 to 3 hours after you eat something. Key word, as I said, think, because you're not actually hungry. It takes about 72 hours to become biologically hungry. And another fact, if you do not eat for 72 hours, you might feel bad, but you'll be still very much alive, right? So you're not going to die. But when you're trying to move into something like intermittent fasting, there's a process to actually getting there. And this is counterintuitive to what we've been taught inside mainstream fitness media over the last 30, 40 years. You have to transition from a high carbohydrate, potentially high protein diet to a higher healthy fat diet, eating things like avocados, coconuts, using MCT oils, eating some more nuts, using olive oil over your salads or even over some of your eggs in the morning. Increase to this high fat, moderate protein, low carb diet. When I say low carb diet, I'm not talking about keto, where you're talking about 25 carbs or less, and I'm not talking about Atkins, where they're talking about 50 carbs or less. I'm talking about trying to move yourself to about 100 to 125 carbs a day. If you don't know how to track that, download an app like MyFitnessPal, and there's probably tons of other free apps that you can use out there that can help you track your carbohydrate intake. And that protein, you want to make protein about 25 to 30% of your caloric intake. Now, this does take a little time getting used to, but after about 21 days, you're going to find that you're going to not want snacks anymore. You're probably not even going to be hungry for breakfast, and it's going to make it easier to start your intermittent fasting protocol and even potentially do like I did, move into my first 48-hour fast while I did a high intensity interval training workout. So, workout regimens, out of shape. The best thing that you can do, start walking. Take the first month out and just start walking. Walk out about 10 minutes, turn around and come back. Do that for a couple days. Nice, easy paced walking, not power walking, not fast walking. You want to be able to walk and still be able to carry on a conversation with someone, because this type of activity is going to put you in a fat burning state while not putting out stressor hormones like cortisol at the same time. And then, of course, as you start intermittent fasting, implementing this walking, you're going to start to see yourself getting results, and that's going to give you the motivation that you need to start moving forward. I'm actually creating a workout program that's designed to help results driven Black individuals be able to correct how they eat, which means eating in a way that aligns to the goals that they want, and a workout regimens that's going to take you from beginning to intermittent to looking like you want to look. But after we get to the walking, that first month, I would always recommend we start with a weight training program. But don't move too fast. That's the worst mistake that people do, is they want to start reaching these goals and they want to jump in, try to spend an hour and a half inside the gym, jump on this whole new diet, smoothie diet or juice diet or water fast, and they end up falling off in 10 days. So my recommendation is work on an intermittent fasting protocol. Like I said, I'm actually going to put a video up to explain how to start, what you need to do, and how to know that you are getting results from it. And then also just start walking for the first month. And then after that, keep following this channel, and I'll tell you what to do next. All right, the fourth and final question. I just I wanted to bring this one up because this is real important to me on this channel right here. They asked, why did I name this channel a Black Men's Health when I have women on it and I have content that supports the growth of our Black queens? Well, I use the Black Men's Health because there's a magazine called a Men's Health, right? And when we are searching for information to help us grow and develop, I want people who are Black, if they happen to search and this comes up, that we also have something for them to find too as well. This channel is about the Black unit, unlocking and unleashing the full potential that we have as Black people. It's just coming from a Black man's perspective. But I've also learned that there is no such thing as a successful Black unit or Black king without the Black queen. So if we're looking to level up as a people, then we have to get the information to us as a whole. There's been a real concerted campaign over the past few decades to separate us and to even pit us as Black men and Black women against each other. So, they say a house divided can't stand. That's why this channel is designed to bring us together so that we can rise together. So that's why this channel is called A Black Men's Health. I know I took a kind of a chance in labeling that because it could be a little bit confusing in the title, but as part of a bigger strategy, I think this is going to help us to be real successful. Hey, but I thank you for tuning in and subscribing. So we're going to do this every Friday. I'm going to take questions from subscribers only throughout the week, and then I'm going to come and answer them here. So if you have some questions about any of the content on the platform, fire them at me, and let's see what we can do. All right, it's time to level up.